Hello, Natalie Varley, our local
Hello.
travel counsellor.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How's the weather over in Kippax?
It's wonderful. A little bit windy. It's warm, but it's quite windy. But we're hoping tomorrow's going to be the best day.
Yeah,
So,
it looks nice,
yeah.
doesn't it?
So, yeah, it's going to be nice.
Yeah. So weather really is, we can move that on. Very nice little quick intro there. To you being a travel counsellor and booking lots of holidays, you're obviously an independent travel counsellor. How does that work differently than so like a shop on the high street?
Well, basically, I'm like a self-employed travel agent, so I work under the umbrella as travel counsellors as the company.
Yeah.
So they are the brand that I work under, and being self-employed basically means that I run that business how I want to. So my rules, I work the hours that I need to around my customers and around my family as well. Obviously, having 2 young children, it has to fit in with home life. So I'm different to the high street, being that I'm here all the time. So I'm available 24/7. I have had calls at 3 a.m. But that's part and parcel of it. So it just gives that flexibility and that freedom that I can book holidays and be available for my customers as and when they need me.
And you've had 20 years of experience in the travel industry, haven't you? Because you used to work for the good old Poly years ago.
Yes,
Well,
sort of like showing my age there. Thank you very much. I thought you was going to do the getaway quote. Get away, because that was the tagline at the time.
That one then, getaway. Bit late on the uptake.
Yeah, so that was the tagline at the time. So I started off with as Poly, that then developed on and then became Thompson, of which is now TUI. So I worked for them for 20 years, nearly 20 years, It's a long time.
So plenty of experience for booking holidays at home, staycation, or away.
Yeah.
And obviously you've been, knowing you as I do, and you've booked us holidays in the past, which have always been absolutely fantastic. And we had a first last year when we booked our holiday to Austria, had the first take of having a travel counsellor. And thank God we did have you, because there was some little times of change through flights. And we didn't have to worry about that, because we were like, Natalie, or email and get in contact with you. You could tell us what was going on when, because you're just on the ball all the time with what's going on in the air and on the ground. So that's a massive help. And obviously before lockdown, everything was all looking lovely and people were booking holidays in advance. And then obviously lockdown happened. And then what happened to you as a travel counsellor?
Well, I think, we're very fortunate being as a travel counsellor, we have the support of our duty office team. So when there's ever been any changes within the travel industry, whether it be, I don't know, there was the fires in Portugal last year, that kind of thing. We've had airlines obviously cease trading. We had the Thomas Cook issue last October. And our duty office give us that information straight away. Sometimes we know about it before anybody else does, which is an added bonus. And that allows us to put the wheels in motion to work behind the scenes, so that when we ring our customer and say, look, this has happened, we've had an update from duty office, this is what's happened, but this is what we've done to put it right or make a change. So it's just being on the ball and being one step ahead of, anybody else really. And when lockdown was starting, it only really affected a few of our bookings at that point. Obviously we have travel counsellors up and down the country and worldwide. We have them in other countries as well. And I think as Foreign Office advice was being updated literally on the hour, every hour, we realised that this was going to be quite big, and it was. And at that time, our priority was getting those customers home who were already on their holidays, and flying them home. So it was a case of, hi, it's me, I'm so sorry. The airports and the borders are closing. I've altered your flight. You'll be coming home in the morning. Your taxi will be on its way to pick you up. You need to go back, pack your bags and get ready to go. So, I think that in itself is a service that isn't provided, I don't think, by anybody else that I know. I did have contact with people who hadn't booked with me, but they knew me, and I had messages from abroad to say, we're stuck.
Yeah.
What do we need to do? I can't get in touch with my provider. There isn't a number that I can ring. The live chat's gone down.
Yeah.
And I think that was the hardest thing, is that, you know, when customers do book online, and they use, you know, big brands that have booked online for a long time, when it comes to situations like this, and obviously we've never dealt with anything like this before,
Honestly,
but you know, when there are ever issues with travel, you want to be able to pick up the phone or have a contact that's available and that they can sort it out. You know, and
not in office
unfortunately
hours.
for those,
Not in office hours,
oh
like
yeah,
you said. You know, like if you've booked either yourself online, or I sort of class yourself really as a comfort blanket. I'm